Desperate need of cleaning. Now let's get started. The old school method is wet newspaper, dip it in some ash from your fireplace, and then use that to rub. And that works pretty good on the easy parts. Another method is use something like steel wool, and it's the same thing. You dip it in water and then you just kind of scrub the glass, and actually that works quite a bit better than the newspaper method. You have to just make sure it doesn't wreck your glass. I've done this for a couple years and no issues to the glass. So the final method is, what I do first is, we got a visitor. Who is that? Say hi.
Hi.
Can you say bye?
Bye.
Okay, so the final method is, first thing I do is just take a paper towel, just basically wipe down the whole glass area. Gets the bulk of the soot off the window, and then you're basically left with just the tough stain. At this point, you could just use steel wool. Steel wool and a little bit of elbow grease, you could get it all off.
Bye.
So what I do next is just give one more piece of paper towel and give it a quick dry. So next, after a quick wipe down, I have this masonry and glass cleaner specifically for this. The brand I have is Imperial, but I'm sure any brand would be fine. I just give us a quick spray just on the really bad areas. So here's a good view of the stains. We're letting them sit for a minute, and these stains would almost be impossible to get off with just newspaper and ashes. And you could with a steel wool or SOS pad, that would work fine. Take a little more elbow grease. But with this cleaner stuff, I can now wipe most of it off just with a damp paper towel. So let's start working on this corner here. So look at this, look at that. So nicely, it just takes a lot of that off. Look at this side here. Look at that. See, obviously I missed a bit of spray right there. And now we're on to the final stage. Just to get the last spots here and there, I have an SOS pad. And then lastly, I just go over it with a quick Windex. And there's our clean window. So now we have a clean window, we can enjoy the fire all the more. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, like, hit the notification button, and see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you. This morning I'm going to show you how we build a nice long-lasting fire. I start with 2 to 3 logs on the bottom. Let's see, here's a nice big one. 2 logs, that's your base. Next, we start with just a regular egg carton. Take a little bit of newspaper, and I kind of roll it up into like a tube shape. And I put this in the back of the fireplace, kind of pointing up towards the chimney. What I do is I light that first, and that basically heats the... Thank you. That heats the chimney and gives us a bit of a draft. So that will avoid smoke coming into the house. And then I use some kindling, about 6 pieces. And you can see where I get them in this video right up here, where I make my own kindling. One more. Thank you. Then next we put usually 2 logs on top of that. 1, 2. All ready to go. So what this fire does is it gets it started here, you get your kindling going, and then it right away starts on these logs, just like a normal fire. But what these 2 bottom logs do is give you a place for the coals to fall, and then that burns as well. And then this fire will last you a solid 3 hours easily. First I light at the back the newspaper, then I just take some of this egg carton. Egg carton's great. But what also works very good is the little trays for like when you buy three coffees at your local coffee shop. And now that it's lit, we don't shut it tight. We leave it a crack open. You're gonna have to figure out what works best for your own fireplace, how much you damp it, and etc. But now let's just let it go for a while, and we'll see the fire roar. And going to close the door. And you'll see the fire just slows right down right away. And you can hear the whole firebox itself heating up.